Sometimes if that event was painful for you, if you close your eyes, you will hear somebody's voice. It may be your own voice, it may be somebody else who's talking to you. There will be some tone to the voice, there'll be a pitch to the voice, there'll be a volume. Probably in a painful event, probably, I'm just giving an example that probably that in a painful event, the pitch may be very high, or the volume of talking will be very high in case you were fighting with somebody. If there was a fight and that fight is imprinted in your system, in your memory, probably that event will be extremely in high pitch, high volume. So the volume is also stored. All characteristics of auditory submodality means characteristics of auditory. All right, now auditory could be there would be your mind will still remember the spaces between words. How was it spoken? Was it spoken in a polite tone, or was it was spoken in a shrill tone, or with a lot of volume, high volume, shouting at, if somebody was shouting at somebody, so you will still remember it at high volume, right? Even the memory, when you close, you can still hear those sounds very crystal clear, right? And then the third thing is the kinesthetic. Then you will have, what would you have? Some feeling stored in your body. All feelings are stored in the muscles of our body. So the feelings, when they are stored, feelings can be stored in the heart, it can be stored in the mind. Don't we say sometimes, my heart would break if if the pain was so much that I thought my heart would break? Does the heart actually break? No, it's just a metaphor. We think the heart, we are heartbroken. Sometimes we feel, at times, there are intuitions. We say, I have a feeling in my gut, it's my gut feeling. Correct? So the gut feeling heavy in the heart, or when you're very joyful, when you are very happy, you feel very light in the heart or very light in the head. You think, all stress and tension gone. So what you say, I feel very light in my head. Or sometimes you express the feeling as, the whole burden on my shoulders is gone today. Is there an actual burden? I mean, has anybody put 10, 20 kilos on your shoulder? No. But you feel emotionally, the mind and the body feels the emotion, the burden of emotions, and that's very high. So that is how you express. Now these feelings are also stored as a part of the event. So what is stored? Visual, whatever you see now, and there is some visual which of that is stored when the event happened that time. It can be 20 years ago also. Imprint is still fresh in your mind. All right, and you know that our mind is never still. Thoughts keep coming and going. We have about 90,000 thoughts in a day, right, which keep crisscrossing our brain, and the thoughts pop up at the most unfortunate moment, when we don't want them, when we are lying still, when we are sleeping. Then probably the whole day, you feel thoughts suddenly pop up, right? You don't want those thoughts, you don't want negative. Nobody has control over thoughts. It's a negative thought, I don't want it, but how do I control it, right? So okay, so there is one very popular method called the swish. Now swish is a technique. It's a very, very powerful technique which I will be taking live now, all right, for all of you. Now I'll tell you what is it used for. It is used to change any habit that you have. It is used to change a behavior that you have. I can tell you a habit like, for example, procrastination. Now procrastination is a habit. What is procrastination? Putting off things until it becomes very urgent, and then you rush and do those things. So when you have time, you have 5 days to submit a project, you don't work for 4 days. 4 days you idle away. It's not that you don't have time, you have time, but you idle away. You think abhi nahi, kal kar lenge, parso kar lenge, we'll do it later. What's the hurry? That is how you do it, right? And on one day before, whenever you have to submit the project, you run helter skelter and somehow try and finish. So when you had time, why didn't you do it? Now, it's not that you do not know the importance of time. Each one of us is mature enough. Each one of us knows how important time is for us, but still, by force of habit, we procrastinate. So procrastination is actually a habit imprinted in our minds. For some